Just the tone of it, really. Obviously, there's nobody's quoted in this, so this is an anonymous post. Um, and yeah, I obviously live on the Valley Garden. I live on the Valley Garden. So yesterday, I left my house. I live in a block of flats just opposite. I left my house. There was a rough sleeper sleeping in our building. But I had to go to a meeting anyway. So as I returned, this rough sleeper was sleeping on the entrance as I came into the building. So I'd moved outside. Started speaking to him, and he told me, he'd been living in Eastbourne. He said he hears voices, got severe mental health, and he was evicted because he was shoved into a hotel, no support. And there's just a bigger story about this. And I see the council are commenting saying tent dwellers. Actually, if you go and speak to these people, they're not tent dwellers; they're homeless people. The minority of cases, the very small minority of cases, are tent dwellers in terms of what people would see as people coming here and for like holidays and stuff. That's not the case. And if you look into the bigger detail of it, you see the financial data from the council reports. You start to see actually the reason why we've got this homelessness issue is because all of the money is being diverted to organisations and services which aren't actually helping the issue. And we need to be diverting that money into providing in-house council home owned emergency temporary accommodation and building more social housing so we can house people. And that's across the board. It includes key workers. We had 37 key workers evicted by the council from Null House last year. These are key workers, people that work for the council from the NHS. At the end of the day, we've got the Homeless Bill of Rights in this city, and that is a standard set to basically, once we start empowering and acknowledging the fact that there is homelessness, then we can put policies in place to eradicate it and to deal with it once and for all. And basically, it's just counterproductive to be writing those because I saw, as I said, I saw comments. They were quite harsh in using that word hate. As I said, we've had tents being burnt up in Manchester, and we've had quite a few incidents here in Brighton, and it's just quite damaging to those vulnerable people to focus on that issue when the real issue is the local authority aren't actually taking the correct duties they're supposed to do under the statutory housing scheme. And Bob Blackman, the MP from the backbench Tory MPs, this has been discussed in meetings with us. We've confirmed this, and they need to be adhering to the statutory duties. And this is an issue of it's a planning issue. They are spending all their money in private sources. They're not doing it in-house, therefore cutting out the middleman, therefore generating an income to continue building and maintaining these homes. No, they give them to other providers like Barron Homes, Morton's, and whoever else who tax avoid, tax evade. And then what happens is they amaze hundreds of millions of pounds worth of assets, and then they close their emergency accommodation buildings down and they set them up as Airbnbs and rent them out £250 a night. It's disgraceful. We've got 3,500 entire home rentals on Airbnb in this city at the moment, okay, whilst we've got 2,200 people in temporary accommodation and officers telling us that we're going to see a rise in rough sleeping. This is a disgrace in this city.